and welcome back to Cue the Cameo. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things you need to know coming out of this year's San Diego Comic-Con. Now, Marvel, Disney, DC didn't have a huge presence this year, or at least not as big as they usually have. There wasn't a ton of news for them to announce, mostly promoting things that we already know are coming up, but not really announcing anything that we haven't already heard of. But that being said, there are still a couple things every nerd should be caught up on. So let's go over these 5 things.
Okay, before we get started, I feel like we should probably mention that there are a lot of cool things that were talked about or had panels at San Diego Comic-Con this year that we're probably not going to touch on today. Not because they're not cool, but probably just because we're a little less familiar with them. So, like, I've never seen The Paradise. I think you've seen it.
Yeah, it was a good show, but like not in the same realm of fandom that I would place some of these other things we're going to talk about.
Yeah. I know there was like a teaser for a Stephen King, The Long Walk or something.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with. But anyway, we're going to touch on the things that probably we were drawn to the most and we thought that were the most exciting, and then check out all the other things elsewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't know how to talk about that stuff. So, okay, you go first. The big thing for you, we have like a top 5, but you go first. The biggest thing for you was, I think, GenV, right?
Number 1, GenV Season 2. GenV Season 2 is coming up. We know it's going to be a crossover with The Boys. We got a awesome look at the trailer, or a new version of the trailer, rather. And they're bringing back the GenV cast, as well as bringing in, we've got Starlight from The Boys cast coming in as well.
Black Noir was in this teaser too.
Yeah, Black Noir. I'm so excited for the next season of the show. I think this show is like, it's almost like I want to have my cake and eat it too, because I love I love the like tacky comic book movies like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay.
But I also like the Boys like making fun of these kind of stereotypical comic book movies as well.
It's like a parody.
Yeah, and having this like darker take on it, and like I think you and I, when we watch comic book movies, we always talk about like these comical moments of like Superman having to gel his hair before he like goes out and fights crime, and like Batman having to like put on his black eyeshadow, and Wonder Woman having to like lace up her boots. And I think that this is kind of like a show that gives us a window into
reality. It's like
that life.
So reality.
Yeah, it's
like all the like how do they do this aspect of like being a superhero?
Yeah, and like what teenagers would be like if they were actually saddled with powers, because I mean, you know, we've got comics and superhero movies we've got Spider-Man, right? That are based on teenagers who are saddled with this great amount of responsibility. And of course, in the movies that we see in the Marvel universe and the DC universe, like it all goes swimmingly. But when it comes to reality, that's not it. And so I just love that Gen V gives us this like darker take on the superhero life. And so I'm so excited for this. Gen V Season 2 comes out September 2025 on Amazon Prime. I'm so sad for the show. I cannot wait. Take us to number 2.
Number 2, but my number 1 will always be anything related to Star Wars. So we got a little teaser for Darth Maul Shadow King, which is his own animated TV series. And we also got a look at Ezra Bridger in Ahsoka Season 2. So I've always been so obsessed with the Star Wars animated series. I think they're like some of the best franchise content to come out of Star Wars. Maybe because like I was really young or not even alive when like the first 6 episodes came out. So the first 6 episodes are so epic, but like my crave and craze for Star Wars was really solidified in Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah.
So like these 2 teasers like just meant so much for me. I'm like so insanely excited. So Darth Maul is being picked up, they said, I think about a year after the ending of Clone Wars, before the series Rebels. because we all know that Darth Maul, spoilers, reaches his end in Rebels episode Twin Suns.
Wait, I did not know that.
Okay.
I mean, I have not seen.
Okay.
No, I have not seen a lot of the Star Wars.
Well, he dies in the original
animations.
He dies in,
I mean,
episode. He dies
in the original Star Wars series. Yeah. But I mean,
he comes back and he dies again. Also by Obi-Wan. But
I love this. I love Darth Maul as a character. I just remember like as a kid being so intrigued by his like face makeup. I was like, this guy is slaying. Like absolutely slaying. I loved him, and of course, like Padme, Queen Amidala was mine. But it was like the costuming of it all that I loved. So,
yeah.
Anyways, I'm not as invested or knowledgeable about his storyline now. But
well, anyway, he comes back in. He's coming back after the events of Clone Wars, before Rebels. It's about him and him training an apprentice, which again, we kind of see in the Twin Sons, like the storyline leading up to Twin Sons in Rebels, but I guess it's a new apprentice that we haven't seen before, so that's going to be exciting. And then Ezra Bridger, oh my god, I'm so excited. I could talk about this forever. I love Ezra Bridger. I love Rebels. I love how we're getting all of these animated characters in real life action. We've gotten Hera, Sabine. We've seen Zeb in the teaser for Mandalorian and Grogu. We've seen Chopper. I guess we're never going to get a Kanan Jarrus, R.I.P., but it's okay. But all of them coming into like the Ahsoka space is really exciting for me, because Ahsoka was, everyone fell in love with her because of the Clone Wars series. Her own TV show was sadly a little bit lacking, in my opinion, but bringing in all these Rebel characters to kind of move the storyline along is so exciting to me. I feel like they've kind of heard the audience's, kind of disappointments with the Ahsoka show, so hopefully they kind of build it in a better trajectory for season 2. So, and Ezra just looks so good, such a good casting choice. Like, he just looks amazing. In love with him. So,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, do we get anything from Mandalorian Grogu? Because that is coming out in 2026, or expected in 2026.
I feel like I didn't see, like, we had a still teaser, but that came out like months ago, and it was Zeb from Rebels. In like his, non-animated CGI form next to Mando. So I feel like I didn't see anything else for that movie this time. So insanely excited. All of those characters just like deserve so much more screen time, their character development, and like just them as characters, like navigating, the Star Wars universe was one of the most amazing things to watch in animation. So seeing it in real life is just gonna be, I'm just so excited. So yeah, that was my number one.
I just love that you're such a nerd about the Star Wars universe. Like,
it's like the animation,
it's like a next level.
The animation itself is just like, you gotta watch it. Like Andor, top level show. Literally, like I don't even think
that was amazing.
Could beat it, but like, the animated series, just people often just skip over them so much, but they're just so good. And like it's like, oh no, animated, it's like made for kids. Like, no, it's for adults. It's like there's so many adult undertones and like things that you would miss as a child. So anyway, highly recommend. It's so good. Watch it. Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because I don't feel like you watch a ton of like anime or like other types of like adult animated cartoons. So it's interesting that like the Star Wars, I mean, I've heard really good things. So I need to get on that.
Yeah, but it's honestly amazing. Okay, number 3. What did we say? I think we said
number 3.
I think we said Peacemaker, right?
Yeah, okay, so Peacemaker season 2, which we talked about in our other video, is really setting up the DCU, James Gunn's DCU, which started with Superman in theaters now. Peacemaker season 1 was really about establishing the core cast, giving more, of course, Peacemaker season 1 was not the first time we'd seen John Cena as Peacemaker. He was also in Suicide Squad. And he got the spin-off story, and the season 1 was really about, I think, like setting up the core cast, getting us familiar with who they are, who Peacemaker is as this like hero, anti-hero character. And now I think season 2 is really going to take it beyond the kind of somewhat isolated storyline that we got in season 1 and like really, really build out what we are going to see with the future of the DCU. And that is going to include a lot of multiversal travel and exploration. We got a little bit of that teaser in season 1 where we saw Peacemaker's dad, White Knight's, his like multiversal gear closet essentially. And so I'm really excited for season 2. I love Peacemaker season 1. The intro of that show has to be like the best intro ever made. Like I could just watch the intro and that would be like enough for me.
Hilarious.
I don't think we got anything new at Comic-Con. It was just a panel, a teaser kind of showing the cast chemistry.
I actually heard like bad things about that panel, which was surprising and sad to hear.
I think it's because we didn't get anything new and Comic-Con is built up as, you know, this place where like people who go, like you get content, exclusive content, you get stuff that like nobody else gets to see. And James Gunn really making this panel about just the cast's like banter and it kind of just being this talking back and forth of the panel, I think was probably a little disappointing for people who had heard that Peacemaker 2 was going to be setting up the DCU, going in expecting to, you know, get a clue as to what that actually means, and then not really getting as much as they thought they were going to get. So, yeah. Number 3, Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah.
Number 4,
Avatar. Not Blue Avatar, which also I love. Obsessed with James Cameron Avatar. But no, Avatar The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
So we got a little teaser poster for Avatar 7 Havens.
Which is not the terrible Netflix live action.
No.
This is something else entirely different.
After the 2021 Netflix live action, the creators of Avatar kind of left that project, moved on to their own little Avatar, like I think their own Avatar production company, which don't quote me on that. I'm not completely sure about that. But and then announced like all these projects continuing on from the events of Avatar The Last Airbender and Avatar Legend of Korra. So we know that there's a Avatar Aang movie coming out, which is meant to be coming out like early next year. So I'm surprised we haven't seen more from that. Or that like none of that was teased in the last few weeks. But that's going to be following Avatar Aang and his gang, Katara, Sokka, Zuko, Toph.
From the original series. Yeah.
Like post the ending of book 3, Avatar The Last Airbender, and him like navigating being Avatar in that world. And then we have Avatar 7 Havens, which is set after the events of Legend of Korra, which I think is a super interesting premise. It's supposedly, I guess a lot of this is speculation, right? But like supposedly twin avatars, Pavi and Nisha, who were kind of separated at birth. One was trained like to be Avatar and one was like raised in poverty. And it's about kind of their storylines navigating this post-Korra world, which is no longer 4 nations. She kind of like disrupted all of that, created like a whole new world. So it's them navigating this new world as avatars and what that means and like the society of whatever society is like present now. So yeah, I'm super interested by that premise. Like I feel like if they just did it like the next, you know, Earthbender Avatar and like kind of followed along how Korra followed Aang's story, it just kind of would have been like repetitive and like whatever, we've seen this before.
Yeah.
But having twins, super interesting, whole new world, very interesting. I think people are speculating that like the twins like Nisha and Pavi are like, one is like with Vatu and one is like with Rava. So like one evil, one good, like, you know, like undertones of that.
Like Acolyte, but make it Avatar.
Acolyte, but make it better at Avatar. So I think I'm super excited for it. Like super, super excited. I think it's gonna be really good. I think having the creators come back to animation and like put all their
Yeah.
efforts into that is like hopefully really gonna show through. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm not as big on Avatar. I think like I had the same issues as I think almost everyone who like didn't like the show, I think, had issues with like Aang just being this like immature. It's like hard to watch this kid kind of like fuck up or like not maybe not fuck up but like fumble with this level of responsibility
Yeah.
that he's given. And then Korra was like this like stubborn
Yeah.
character that you also then like I just had trouble rooting
It was
for.
hard to root for her, yeah.
Yeah, and so like while I've seen everything that's come out from the Avatar series, including biting down and watching the live action Netflix series, I think that I'm really interested in this like twin concept, especially if we have the like good and the bad facing off, or even honestly, even if they are like both good and they're like on this journey together and they have like different backgrounds. Yeah, like I'm really interested to see where they take that story.
Yeah, me too. I feel like Avatar for me was the first, like that's like what solidified me liking animation. Like I don't watch a lot of anime, but Avatar really like solidified I really love animated series. So that and Winx Club. You can't go wrong with Winx Club.
Your gateway animation shows.
The OG animation was Winx Club. That's also getting a reboot. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Which I haven't heard more about that.
I haven't heard more about that. But anyway. So yeah, Avatar will always be a place in my heart. Love Avatar. But yeah, okay, anyway. Number 5.
Yeah, so moving on to like some of the non-digital media news onto some of the comic news. We got some news about, but from both DC and Marvel, I guess a lot of their new stuff that they were giving us was from the comic world and not the movie and TV world.
So we have Ultimate Endgame, which is following on, or I guess it is the supposed ending of this Ultimate Universe that has been primarily following Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Spider-Man run for the past, I think, 2 years, which has been critiqued as like one of the best Spider-Man series ever written. So this is kind of the ending. It follows that universe having the evil Reed Richards, the Maker, come back after 2 years of imprisonment to kind of, I don't know, we don't know yet, kind of wreak some havoc, I guess. So there's going to be a lot of character crossovers, a lot of, I guess, wrap-ups in this universe, like a lot of closure. I don't think we got much more other than that. Like, we got teased, like, a cover of it, which is 2 covers, actually. One of The Maker, and then one of the Ultimate Endgame thing is literally, like, on par with the Avengers Endgame poster. Like, they literally did a 1-for-1, like, kind of copy.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was very cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know much more about it. I don't think they teased a lot more about it, but I will definitely be reading it. Like, it's one of the bigger comic events Marvel has had in like the past 2 years. I feel like following like, I don't know, I feel like following like the last big one that I can really remember was like the House of X, Power of X tandem storyline, which was like years ago. So I am excited for a new kind of like Marvel event in the comics. We haven't had one.
Yeah.
Like a huge one.
Yeah.
Like for a while. So yeah.
And we also got information about Aztec Batman, which you were telling me about, and I have like I have zero familiarity
again
with this storyline. Sorry if that's like an injustice, but I will absolutely be looking into it after this because that sounds so fascinating.
Yeah, like neither do I. I don't know anything about Aztec Batman, but I know that the DC animated films have always been ace.
Yeah.
Like they're so good. And like especially Young Justice, Justice League Unlimited, those 3 animated series again. Like so good. And then all of the like the Batman, Superman like animated movies that have come out in my opinion have just been amazing. So I mean like I will definitely watch Aztec Batman. I think it'll be, I don't know anything about it, but I will watch it. So
yeah, and last year we got Batman Caped Crusader, which was really good. And so I don't think that DC has fumbled with an animated series yet. So I think Aztec Batman, whatever that may be, will be good.
Yeah. Maybe Teen Titans Go was a little bit of a let. I don't know. Maybe because we're not like under the age of 12.
Yeah.
But whatever. Original Teen Titans, amazing show. Again.
Yeah.
Amazing. But yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely watch that. Don't know much more about it.
Yeah. And honorable mentions, Project Hail Mary has been a big one. I know there are people out there who are huge fans of the book. I have not read it myself. I'm like I think Ryan Gosling he's not the casting choice for me for like a space movie. And so, especially because I think in my head, I'm still seeing him as Ken. And so I'm kind of interested to see where this goes. I know we've seen the trailer a couple times in theaters and like, I just am left kind of like question mark. I mean, like after I see those, like it's like not a ton of action and like.
I think it's more of like a friendship movie, right? It's like about his relationship with this alien. Which like I'm really excited. I mean, I will definitely.
I'm not into that. Like if we're getting an alien movie, like I want it to be.
Do you like E.T.?
No.
What?
I hated E.T. I'm like a xenomorph alien girl, which I know I think also teased a little bit at Comic-Con as well. Nothing.
Captain America versus Alien.
In the comics, yeah. So a lot of alien content coming out to rival with. I don't know if Project Hail Mary is going to come out on top for me.
I think it'll be sweet. I love a good it's almost like enemies to lovers, like human and alien being friends.
That's a choice.
So anyway, I'll watch it. Any other honorable mentions? Alien with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Predator.
Yeah,
Predator, bringing back the kind of OG cast members from previous Predator movies. Again, I don't think that was
nostalgic play, which every single movie series is doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Tron
Ares, we did get an exclusive look at, an extended version of the trailer, basically, that I think showcased a little bit more Jared Leto, a little bit more special effects. I have not been into the Tron lore, but this movie, I think, even as a standalone, looks really strong. I know there's some Jared Leto fatigue going around, some Tron fatigue going around. But even as someone who isn't part of the core fandom of this franchise, I think, cool. Yeah, it looks like a really good movie.
It looks cool.
It's one of the movies that Disney has approved a higher CGI budget for, clearly from everything that we've seen from the trailer. Yeah. Like they really invested in this and they believe in this. So I think this will be, not to set a low bar, but I think that is like the bare minimum. It's like you've got to give a movie that you want to succeed a high enough CGI budget.
Especially one for Tron, which is like
you're building a whole world. Yeah, you're building a whole world. You have to have the finances behind it to, be able to like let audiences get lost in it. So I think that one will be really good as well. And I'm excited to look forward to that. Yeah. Okay. Any other honorable mentions? I think Star Trek for me is one, because I have loved the recent Star Trek shows. We've had Star Trek Discovery. We've had Picard. We've had, what is it, like Strange New Worlds or something like that.
I'm not a Star Trek
but I've loved all of those shows. I know there's been some harsh criticism out there. I wish all of them could have gone on longer than we got. And so the new show, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, I think is going to be, I guess, give us more of that. And I think it seems like it'll go back to some of the core kind of Star Trek roots of like really anchoring in the diplomacy, in the like banter and tensions and lore between like different characters. It'll be a new, I think, group of characters for the most part, but I'm super excited for the show. It'll be on Paramount Plus, which is where the rest of the Star Trek shows live. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too.
I'm just looking forward to like lore.
Like more lore.
Just more lore.
Yeah.
I just want lore galore.
What about Walking Dead? We're getting some lore with the Daryl spinoff.
Enough.
Yeah.
Daryl. I mean, I love Daryl, but enough with The Walking Dead. I don't
We've
know. I've fallen off that hill. I watched the first few seasons. It was great. I didn't keep up with it.
yeah.
Do I need to? Let me know.
If you're still a Walking Dead fan at this point, like
what is happening? Like, aren't all of the zombies dead right now?
Tell us in the comments because I'm confused. What's left? Didn't they do a calculation of like based on the number of zombies they killed in each episode and how far they travel, like they would have killed all the zombies in the world at this point. Yeah. So we gotta, if you're a Walking Dead fan, it's time to move on. There's other content out there that's ready for you. So those are the 5 things that you missed from Comic-Con. Of course, that's just our top list. There's tons more. I'm interested to see if in 2026 we get a Marvel and DC Disney presence back again.
Hall H, bring it back.
Yeah, I'm so curious to see if we get more next year. But yeah, that's it for now.
Bye. Bye.